and you?
I'm excellent. You're Brazilian or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I
I thought you
currently
were Brazilian.
live here in São Paulo. I saw that
Oh,
you live here in São Paulo as well, right?
yes, that's true. I wasn't sure if you're Brazilian because you're a very white Brazilian. Your nickname must be Alemão, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. It's German.
So,
Yes.
are you a German surname? Do you have a German surname?
Yes, yes. It's
Oh, you're German.
Gerard. Gerade. But
Okay.
it was like how may I say abrasileirado.
Brasileirado, yeah, Brazilian way of
Yeah.
saying the names. They mispronounce everything. Yeah. I thought, who else had a mispronounced name that was German? I don't know. There's some other people. Yeah, they mispronounce. My wife's is Italian Brazilian. Her name
Mm-hmm.
is pronounced the right way. No, it's not actually. It's misspelt. So her name is Sassioto, but it really should be Sasilotto. Someone changed
Yes.
it. So I actually thought it was her great granddad who came from Italy misspelt the
Uh-huh.
name, but that's not correct. He actually had the right spelling. So someone later on, like her granddad or her dad, misspelt the name as Sassioto.
Mm-hmm.
Really common.
Yes, I feel that it's easier to connect with people that live here in Brazil. It doesn't has to be like in São Paulo, but I feel that it's easier to share experiences. Like you had similar experiences
Sure.
that I had as well. You know.
Yeah. Good
Uh,
to know. So, are you actually from Sao Paulo? Are you from
yes,
the
I
south?
live here in the capital.
Yeah, but you were
In
born
the
there. You were born in.
Yes, I always
Oh,
said
okay.
live here in São Paulo.
Okay, I wasn't sure because usually when I get German Brazilians, they're always in the south. They're Paraná,
Hmm.
Santa Catarina, or something, or Rio Grande do Sul.
Yes,
That's why I was
yes,
wondering.
that's
Okay.
true.
So, do you like living in Sao Paulo, or is it too crazy for you?
Yes, like I'm used to here. I scheduled the class because I wanted to talk about a recent trip that I made to Santa Catarina to Floripa,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Yeah, a lot of people go there for
So
the New
I would
Year.
like to tell you the difference between here in São Paulo and Santa Catarina.
Okay, I know the difference too, Nicholas, because I've been to Floripa as well.
Yes, yes,
And
and you know that is very different, you know.
well, everywhere's quite different. So I think there's a difference between Sao Paulo capital and the interior, right? So I live in the
Mhm.
interior. I'm not in Sao Paulo like you. I'm in
Uh,
Indaiatuba. You know
I
Indai.
in Dayatuba.
So
Yes, I
to
know.
me, I prefer Indaiatuba because in Ireland, my city has 200,000 people. It's the second
Mm-hmm.
biggest city in Ireland, Cork, but Indaiatuba is the same size.
Cork.
So it's fine
Wow.
for me. It's Indaiatuba is safe and clean and organized. And I think for Brazilian city, it's very modern compared to the neighboring cities. It's better
Mm-hmm.
quality of life. So I like this city. I'm going to say I don't like Sao Paulo because I'm not a big city person. So when I go to the big
Yes,
city, I just feel like I feel like there's too much traffic, too much people,
it's too
and
much chaos, right?
too much chaos. And I don't like the rough people because I'm from Ireland, and we get, we'll say, the kind of people who look like bandidos or maloqueros. We only get them really in Dublin. If you go to Dublin, you get the rough
Yes.
people, and I don't like those people. They scare me a little bit when I'm in those areas. So I don't like the city center of Sao Paulo. I think
Yes,
it's
and
too rough.
you have to be used to. So I am used to this chaos here, like the traffic, a lot of people.
Yeah, you're a
So
city
it's
person. It's normal for
yes.
you. So when you go to the interior, like, ah, todo mundo é
It's
caipira aqui. Yeah.
yes, and it's much more peaceful, you know. I think it's very it's ideal when you have to rest like your body, your mind. You have to have a little peace for yourself, you know.
Yeah.
S-
People think in an accelerated way. I think, and like we met my wife's friends on the New Year's Eve, and we went to Praia Grande, but
Mhm.
there he had an apartment. But he's accelerated. The guy like thinks fast, walks fast, eats fast, everything. Like, I don't have any
Everything's
plans.
fast.
Everything's moving like this. It's like God. He needs to relax. What's wrong with? And he walks like this. He walks with his body forward, like he's like always forward movement.
Always sprinting.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like too quick.
Yes, and I am like this. I'm used to this routine, you know. And when I'm going, like I went to Floripa to meet my girlfriend's aunt family.
Mm.
So everything there, it's like slow down,
Yeah.
and you have to adapt to this routine. So at first, it's like a little bit difficult for me, but
Mhm.
then I see that it's much better, you know, like to
Much more
just
relaxed.
calm
Yeah.
down, relax a little bit, get some rest.
Yeah, my wife says the same. When we were at the beach, people always seems more relaxed or something. They seem happy, maybe because they're having fun, right? They're drinking
Yes.
beer. But was it I went to Floripa on New Year's as well. So was it really full? I can't remember what beach I went to out for the.
Yes, I went like I think it was the 28th of December. Then I came back like January 2nd, and
Okay,
I
same with
went.
us.
I stayed like this time, and it was very good. Like it's very different, a very different routine from here in São Paulo. Like I feel like the best point about Floripa it's the security. Like
Less
you
criminals, less rough people.
less yes, you do
Well,
not
that's
have to
true.
worry
Yeah, I
so
noticed
much
it.
like you have to worry here in São Paulo.
Well, that's true because it's like everyone from the city of Sao Paulo goes to the beach as they went to Praia Grande and they went. Praia Grande is the worst one because the rich people go to Guarujá. I think the normals go to Santos and the poor people go to Praia Grande. So Praia Grande was really rough to me. This is how people look. It's no, I know it's normal in your country. People have tattoos and earrings, but for us, that's more rough in Ireland. That's more aggressive looking. But people
Yes,
having the tattoos on their faces, and and you could
yes,
smell drugs at the beach. Every part of the beach, you could smell drugs, which was really weird. Um,
yes. And you do not go to the beach like wanting to experience those kind of things, you know.
no, you
You
go to
just want
relax.
to relax a little bit.
Yeah, but
Like
it was packed. It was packed. You couldn't relax on that beach. It was packed. And I don't know if you heard, Nicholas, but everyone got sick. So I don't know if you heard it.
yes, I
They
heard
said,
that.
they said it was Guarujá, but it wasn't just
I
Guarujá. It was
heard that.
Santos and Praia
But
Grande.
I also go to Guarujá a lot because my girlfriend has family there, and every year we go there, and has this kind of uh, thing that I do not know the name, but it's I know that it's about the water that you
That's what they
drink,
were saying. It was the water. Well, we did. We're
like
not sure if it was.
virose.
Yeah, Verosy, but they're not too sure. Yeah, but when you translate that into English, it says just virus. But you use
Virus.
virus, but you have the word virus as well. When I translate it, because I wasn't too sure what the difference, but I also saw the word norovirus. So maybe it's Verosa as
Norovirus.
norovirus.
Oh
I'm not quite
yes.
sure. But they were trying to figure out where it's come from, and everything is the sanitation. I think today in the news they confirmed it was the sanitation, and why they say it's the sanitation is because uh, everyone is going to the beach. So what happens? The population triples at the beach. So Praia Grande has
Hmm.
a population of 300,000 and 1 million people are going there. And so you have people sharing the same apartment, using the same bathroom. So you might have 10 people in some cases sharing the same apartment because they all just want to go to the beach on the weekend.
Yes.
And then it overflows the pipes,
Sanitation
the canal, the
system.
sanitation,
Yes.
and so we saw it. So where I was in Praia Grande, it was called Guilhermina was the area. He said this area is generally the cleanest area, but when we were just walking towards the beach, we were in an apartment 100 meters from the beach, but just about 30 meters from the beach, there was an apartment with the sanitation overflowing. You could see it coming out on the road. It was dirty water,
Yes.
toilet paper, and that's going right into the drain into the beach. That's why people are getting sick. And it's
Yes.
everywhere. They said it doesn't matter. Santos, Guarujá, there's
Yes,
dirty
it's
water.
everywhere. At this time of year, it always happen on the beaches. Like my parents went to the beach on Peruíbe
I know the name. Yeah,
a week
Peruvian.
ago, and they had the same problem
Just a week ago.
with the
Yeah.
sanitation.
Well, again, maybe Christmas time. People still go at Christmas time. Yeah.
I think like you said, the sanitation system does not support a lot of people coming there. Like,
No, it just breaks it, and then you get all the viruses, which is terrible. I don't know. They really need to fix those things urgently because so many people go to the beach. I don't know how they do that. The problem with those things, it costs so much money, and to
yes.
break open the sewer system and fix every building. I don't know who pays for that. I don't even
Hmm.
know if it's the individual apartments have to pay, or is it the what you say the city hall or the
Yes.
we say the county. You say I can't say the word in Portuguese. The municipalidade. What you say?
The
Municipalidade.
the
Municipio. Yeah.
municipio.
Municipio. Yeah, that word I always find it. We say county. We don't use that word in English.
Hmm. County.
Municipal is the word in English for that, but we say county. Americans say county as well, like this.
Hmm.
County. It's just easier to say.
Yes,
Did
county.
they fix it?
So there in Floripa, also a point that I really was surprised was about the cleanliness of the streets and the sidewalks. You know, like we stayed there like in a closed community, a closed condominium.
Condominium. Yeah, you say
It's
condominium.
like
Yeah.
a little bit far away from the
Main beach area. Okay.
downtown. You know,
Okay, but when you said it was away from the downtown, did you stay in the beach area or the
no,
city
no,
area? not the
The
beaches.
city
So
area.
in
It's
the city,
like a
okay,
little far away from the beaches, you know.
okay,
Like in Floripa, there is the north part of the island and the south zone.
mm.
We stay in the south zone, a little far away from the beaches, you know.
Okay, okay.
It's
'Cause
it is correct to say like a closed condominium, like
yeah,
condomínio
well,
fechado.
yeah, but I think all the condominiums are fechado here. I think all the condominium. I've never seen an open condominium in Brazil. They all
Yes.
have walls and security. So in
Mm-hmm.
America, they have open. They'll call a condominium open area, and
Mm-hmm.
here in Brazil, condominiums are always closed. In
Ours
Ireland, we
close.
don't
Yes,
have these. They don't
that's right.
exist in Ireland. Everything's open in Ireland. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was very surprised because it's very clean, not just on the condominiums, but everything was clean. The beaches were very clean. There was no trash on the beaches, on
Good.
the
I
streets.
remember too.
Uh,
Maybe it's just maybe different cultural mentality. Because again, I have a guy who's a German
yes.
Brazilian in Rio Grande do Sul, and it's like their mentality is they have to keep it organized and clean because your parents teach you to keep it organized and to clean. But I think maybe the other mentality isn't so good. Maybe in Sao Paulo, I saw the same thing in Praia Grande, right in front of the apartment I was staying in. I looked down below. Some woman got out of her car. She got her box of cigarettes, threw it on the ground. Then she had a can of beer or something, and she
Mm,
just put it on the ground. She put it right in the footpath. I was like, what are they doing? Why can't they put it in the bin? Everywhere was
yes.
so dirty, but I don't know when they cleaned the streets or if the bins were full, but really dirty on that beach area.
Yes, that's true. Here in São Paulo, like I live in the capital, like in the North Zone, not so far away from downtown, but also I see the streets are full of trash.
Yeah.
The sidewalks
Mm.
are not clean, are not, or sometimes it's
Yeah.
broken. You can
Oh,
like
that's true too. But people, the worst.
you can trip and hurt
Yeah, that's
yourself.
people walk on the roads. In India too, but I realized everyone walks on the road, not on the footpath. Because it's so funny because it's I think it's got to do with, in Ireland we have a pattern with our housing. So every 70 houses are probably the same pattern. So there's organization. In Brazil, all the houses are individually bought. Like you buy a plot of land and
Yes.
make your house. So all the calçada is always uneven.
Yes, that's true.
So that's why people walk
That
on the
is true
road.
here in São Paulo,
Uh,
and it's very difficult, mainly when you're living. How may I say? It's uh, trying
Pode
to
falar em
remember.
português se você quiser.
Like because São Paulo, it's like a highland, you know.
Yeah, it's
So
uneven. It's full of hills and valleys. Yeah, sure.
yes, so I live in a hill. Like you have to like almost uh, make a. Uh, like you have to climb my street
Yeah, well,
to reach
where
my
I live in
house, you
Ireland
know.
as well. My house in Ireland is where my parents live. It's right up the top of the hill. It's always walking up and down like this. But it's even. The footpath is even, we'll say, or the pavement is even, so it's okay. It's not dangerous.
Hmm.
But in Brazil, people have a problem with that. They don't have the mentality of putting their rubbish in the bin. It's a big problem. Even in Indaiatuba, it's a big
Yes.
problem where I live. I see people like I was walking up the hill going to the supermarket. It was the main road, and someone wound down what they wound on their window, and this threw a plastic bottle in front of me on the street. It was crazy from the car. They need to fine all these people. I think it's absurd.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I also think that it's absurd because if everyone is doing that, the all the streets will be full of trash, will be like nasty.
Yeah, that's what I saw in
Eh,
Praia Grande, but I don't know if it's because there was lack of bins or the bins were full because there was so many people. I'm trying to wonder why. But I just think it's the mentality then. You're a kid, like if you're a little kid and you see everyone in front of you throwing the rubbish, you're going to throw the rubbish. Your mentality is the same.
Yes,
So changing
yes.
the mentality is straight. It was funny because when I was in Praia Grande, I had some rubbish in my pocket and there was rubbish everywhere on the ground. And then I put it in the bin. And I thought I feel so stupid putting it in the bin because the rubbish was everywhere. I was like the only person putting it in the bin.
Yes, yes. And you feel awkward to put in the bin, so it wouldn't be the right thing to feel about this. Like everyone needs to feel like, okay, I have this trash with me, I have this rubbish with me. I need to put in the bin, like not just throw on the streets.
Yeah, not on the street makes it dirty. How about did you when you went to Floripa? I noticed there was a difference when I went to the beach with my wife. We maybe went to 3 or 4 beaches, but I realized the
Hmm.
beach in the south part of Floripa. I don't know if it's the island of Floripa. I don't know because you go off the island. I don't know that part was cleaner. And it was
Yes, it
wealthier
is.
down the very
It
part.
is. It is, and it's much less crowded than
Yeah, there
the
was no one
north of
there.
the island. There's
Yeah,
no one there because we stay on the New Year Eve on the beach, and there was no one there. Like
yeah.
there was like a couple of people like with us, and it's much more.
I was surprised, but I don't know why, because that beach was nice too. It was a nice beach as well, so I don't
Yes,
understand.
yes, and the beaches are beautiful, very beautiful. The
Uh,
water is very clean. The sand, all the sand is very clean. Everything is very clean, and it depends on the beach that you want to go. Like on the north of the island, like Jurerê Internacional,
I don't remember none of
uh,
the beach names. Yeah,
that one it's one of the most famous. It's we went there
for the
just like to
fireworks,
see.
maybe. Oh, I don't know.
Yes, as well.
I don't know. I know to go see the fireworks in Floripa, you had to go to the North Beach, one of the ones in the north. I can't even remember now, but I know we went there because the other parts don't have it.
Yes, yes. Every beach has the fireworks.
Oh,
You
they
know,
all have them. Okay.
other beaches. So the most popular ones have much bigger. How may I say?
Oh, bigger fireworks display, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's
I don't,
correct.
I don't even remember what the
And
one.
the less popular ones, like the one that we passed the New Year's Eve, it has much more or less much less people, and the firework display is a little bit mm,
Yeah, wasn't it?
smaller.
Smaller. Yeah, smaller. I don't know where I went. I'm trying to look at the map to see where I went. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. I see Ingleses Sul,
Yeah,
or is
it's
it Praia
it's the
Ingleses?
Praia of dos Ingleses. It's
Yeah,
like next to the Jurerê Internacional.
yeah. That's where
Uh,
I think we saw the fireworks. I'm pretty sure
uh,
somewhere up there. I don't know where I
yes,
went. And I
yes,
know it.
and it's one of the most crowded beaches. We went there. It's like totally crowded. You know, we just like we went to see how it was the beach because it was unfeasible to stay there. Like there's a lot of people.
Hmm. I didn't go to that. I didn't go to that beach. Only at nighttime.
Hmm.
We went to all the others because my wife and I would go because we stayed there for a couple of days. So we went to like 4 or 5 beaches. We just moved down the beach. I know there was a weird beach because we went down there and it was a nudist beach. We didn't we didn't
Yes,
know, and it was full of gay men. We were like, what's this place?
yes. One of the beaches that we went that I really liked was, if I remember, Praia Pântano do Sul. Uh, it's really in the south. It's one of the last beaches,
We probably went there then because I know my wife and I went right down to
and
the end just to see what it was.
it is really good out there because
Oh, I
it
see
doesn't
it
have
now.
a lot of people. It is very clean. You have
You have what?
security at the beach.
Deep breath.
You have many restaurants like to dine with your family, so it's very good.
I
And
don't have a clue. I'm looking at it now.
it is very
Uh,
different from the beaches here in São Paulo. Like me and my girlfriend always almost every year we pass the Christmas and New Year Eve on the
right.
Guarujá beach.
But you ever go to the North beaches, like in literal North, you like Ubatuba, San Sebastian?
No, no, not
Oh, but
yet.
they're really different. So I went there with my wife, and I swear we stayed there for a couple of days. We must have went to like 15 beaches. There's like 25 beaches there, and if
Yes.
you do the trails, Australia's are excellent. So my wife and I like do the trails. So we'd stay in one beach in the morning, then we go to another beach at noon, and then
Mhm.
afterwards we'll travel to another area and do the trails. And you'll find all the hidden beaches. You go walk for an
Yes,
hour, and you'll find a beach with no
yes.
one there,
I
and then you
heard
go.
people saying that. I would like to go to Batuba because I have family there as well, and but people say that it's difficult to go there. Like the highway is very
Crowded. I don't know. It
no,
was
no,
okay
not
when we
not
went.
crowded, but difficult to access. You know.
Okay, I thought it was easy enough when my wife and I went there, so it was easy to get there. It's like further away, but there's so many beaches. What's crazy though, Nicholas, is that what you say, Povau. They stay in the harbor beaches. They stay in the flat, ugly beaches, and I was like, why are they there? Look at all these other beaches. But
Yes.
if you get a car and just move a little bit distance, you'll find the special beach. And you look them up on Google Maps or Google Earth. You'll see all the beaches. I think we stayed in one Praia Vermelho, and that was like bigger waves, sandy. It's really nice beach. Then if you go to the one just next to it, it's really ugly. And then there was other areas where we went for trails with my wife and I. We'd go to trails, and they were brilliant because there was no one there. And it's safe in Ubatuba. It's not safe in Guarujá because I said to my wife a couple of months ago, "Oh, let's go to Guarujá. I've never been to Guarujá Beach." And what did we say? And it's like, let's do some of the trilhas in the Mata, right? And I saw that some guy they were being the criminals wait for people in the jungle. They robbed their phones. They found
Yes,
a dead
that's
body.
true.
Some guy was murdered there. And I said,
That's
maybe
true.
we won't go. And then I said, let's go again. Maybe like 2 months later. 2 months later, I turned on the news again. Someone was shot in the leg in Guarujá because they
Yes,
were robbed.
and Guarujá is getting very dangerous now.
Yeah,
I saw a lot on the news that were those
gangs,
arrastões.
Hastoins. Yeah, that's the word they use.
Yes,
I don't
and
know what
what's
Hastoin is.
happening a lot in Guarujá. So we didn't went there because we know that could be dangerous.
Yeah, it showed it again over Christmas time. There was lots and lots in Guar. I don't know why Guarujá is yeah, so bad. I think someone said because more wealthy people go to Guarujá, you're more likely to rob the
Not
wealthy people in life.
actually,
Well, not true. Okay.
because you have the main site that is close to the beach on all those buildings and houses. There is not a lot of houses near the beach. But
Okay.
if you go a little far away, then you see the whole community. That is the povão, like you
Okay.
said.
Okay. Like the
S-
favela area. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know because I've actually never been there, so I don't know actually what it's actually like in Guarujá.
Uh, Yes, so there's the part that is very close to the beach that are the buildings and restaurants and shops
Sure, the
and
nicer
everything
areas.
else, the nicer area. It's where we usually stay because her grandmother has a big apartment there. And if you go a little far away from there, you can see that is much more bigger,
Okay.
the community.
Yeah, it's
And
poorer in the city.
in Guarujá, where we stay in a beach called Pitangueiras. It's like the one of the central parts of the Guarujá, and it's very nice to go there because everything is close. You can go everything by foot, like explore all the shops, restaurants, everything.
Oh, but
Uh,
that's like the main area as well, I think. That Pitangera Beach, I can see it's the main area of Guarujá.
yes, it is. You can see the fairs,
Okay.
and
Oh, do you know it's so funny? I clicked on the map of Guarujá, that place that you told me, the beach, and I clicked on it. Do you know what I see? The first thing I see on the street, I see two policemen and they're arresting two men and Google Street View. Can you imagine? What street is this? Yeah,
yes.
Avenida Lil Mil.
Yes, it's that avenida.
Yeah, it's funny. That's
It's
the first thing I
the
see. Two guys on bicycles being arrested. Yeah, there must be a lack of police though, because I mean, you think it'd be safer if so many people are going down there. I don't know.
yes. It should have more policemen on the beaches, mainly on Guarujá, because I remember there weren't a lot of cops. If you had to report a robbery or anything else, it would take like a long time. I remember I was like in a McDonald's with my girlfriend, like eating some lunch, and then we saw like three or four boys, like my age or even less, like running a lot on the street and running away, and then like 10 minutes after the police came.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But I think right now, one of the good things about Brazil right now is since there's more cameras everywhere, they're getting all the criminals. So the
Yes,
criminals are more afraid. I can't imagine
that's
what it
true.
was like in Brazil over 20 years ago, where there's no cameras. You can just steal and kill anyone you
Yes,
like. You'll never get caught.
it was
While here,
much worse.
yeah, because all the houses have cameras, the buses have cameras. Like I saw some people got robbed in a bus in Rio de Janeiro, but they had like 7 criminals around the bus, but they had all their faces, so they know who they are.
Hmm.
If they've got a criminal record, they could just put their face into the
A
computer and find
system
them.
that can make the facial recognition. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be easy. Yeah, I don't know. They'd find me straight away. Look, probably find you straight away too.
Yes, yes. Something that I remember about Floripa very well were the prices on the market. The prices were like similar to here in São Paulo, but there were some things that, like one example that I remember was rice. Rice was much more cheaper and
Oh, that's because it's made down there. Well, it's not made in Florianopolis. It's made in. They get a lot of rice from Rio Grande
it's
do Sul.
yes, exactly. And I talked with my girlfriend stepfather. He works with the agro business.
Okay, yeah.
So he told me that it's because they were next to Rio Grande do Sul, and it's one of the biggest. Uh,
Rice producers.
yes,
They actually
exactly.
make it in Rio Grande. They actually make it in Santa Catarina as well. Because I remember
Hmm.
going down to Floripa with my wife and saying, "What's this?" And I was like, "Oh, they're rice paddies. There's the rice fields." I was surprised we
Yes,
don't see them in other parts of Brazil. Yeah.
yes.
But now all the rice prices are higher than before because of the floods they had in Santa Catarina. They destroyed
Hmm.
the crop. So
In the south.
all the prices are going to go up with
Yeah,
everything.
at the time the prices went raised very much here in São Paulo as well. But I think for now it already is stabilized. You
Hey,
know.
well, it's good. I don't actually look. It's so funny. We should take notice of the prices. But I remember I was doing a class with another Brazilian,
Hmm.
and it was about coffee. So I got her to read an article because her level of English was kind of lower.
Hmm.
So I was reading an article here, and it said the prices of coffee are going to go up 80%. 80%. Can you imagine that? That's absurd.
Yes, and the coffee that we have here in Brazil are the coffee with good quality are exported to other countries.
Yes, I know. I drive by
It
the
did
best
not stay
quality.
here in Brazil.
Yeah, well, you can still buy it, but it's more expensive. Nicholas,
Yes.
I have a problem. I need to use the bathroom. Is that okay? Because
No,
I didn't have the
okay,
time
that's
today.
okay, that's okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, sure. County, county. Função não ouvi ele. I'm not going to hear him. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't have time to use the bathroom because
No, that's okay.
I get booked all day, and it's like, when can I go? When can I go? Yeah.
No, that's okay. Other thing about Floripa that was surprised, it's about there is very few mixed people there. Like I didn't see even one Asian or Japanese person
Oh,
there.
sure, but that's normal because the
It's
Japanese are
very rare.
yeah, because the Japanese people mainly came to Sao Paulo and then they moved to the
Yes,
other states a little bit. So my city, well, you get lots in, of course, Sao Paulo. My city in
like
Daituba is about
Liberdade.
yeah, Liberdade. But here in Sao Paulo or here in Indaiatuba, I think 5% of people are Japanese.
Wow,
We even have a baseball team. In my neighborhood, there's a Japanese baseball team. So it's kind of
wow.
surprising. And of course, if you're German, the German Brazilians are less likely to exist in this area like you. If you see a very white person, we'll say very white with blue eyes and fair hair, is
Hmm.
less likely in this region. You can still see them. Indaiatuba was founded by Swiss people, believe it or not. It's really
Mm,
great. I never even thought of Swiss people coming to
yes,
Brazil.
I'm going to Indaiatuba in the 12th.
12th, okay. Why do you have to go to Indaiatuba?
Because I'm going to have a race there. I really like to run, right? So it's like
Oh, okay,
I
excellent.
go to
Marathon.
races and no, not marathon, like
What type?
mhm,
What distance do you run? 400,
like
800?
no, like 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers.
Okay, 5 kilometers. Yeah, okay.
I've already did a
Marathon.
half marathon, but I mostly like to do like minor races. So it's
Okay,
a
that's good.
10K race.
Everyone has a. Do you get a runner's high? You ever
Yes,
that?
I already did in the half marathon, like around the 18th or 17th kilometer. It is a very an easy experience because you feel like you're outside of your body.
Yeah, it happens. I did it
I really
too.
cannot explain very well. Do you
Well,
run as well?
I don't run. I never liked running because I thought it was too boring for me. I run when I play soccer. You know, when you play
Yes,
sport,
yes.
I don't think about running. It's just because I'm playing a game. Or if I played squash, I'm playing a game. I don't like running for the sake of running. I walk a lot. But if I do run somewhere, and I've done running before, I do feel that high because I'm not used. For you, it might take longer to feel the high
Yes.
because you're used to doing it all the time. But what
Hmm.
happens? The blood flows through your body when you're running, and you'll produce what you do, Nicholas. Your heart beats faster. You'll produce more dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. They're all the good feel good chemicals, and you'll feel wonderful. And you'll I don't know, you'll feel more motivated, you feel more energized, feel like talking
Yes.
more. That happens with runners high. Swimmers can get it too, though, because you're swimming. You're doing the same thing. It's a lot of movement, a lot of
Really?
blood. Well, it's a lot of. It's got to do with blood flow. Do you understand? It's not just
Yes.
running. It's your heartbeats going faster and the blood circulating. So the more you
Yes,
do it,
because when you're
you feel
running, your
better.
heartbeat can go really high, really high, almost like a max of 200 the BPM, you know.
Yeah, BPM, beats per minute. Yeah. So
So
I read this book. I think the guy's Ratty. I don't know. The book's called Spark, and
Spark John
I
Ratty.
think the guy's John Ratty. Ratty was his name. It's a weird surname. But this guy wrote a book on how if you practice sports before starting school, the first thing you do before you go enter school is do sport. But it has to elevate your heart, okay, and blood flow. So it was like walking fast, running, dancing, swimming, any of those things. You did those things in the morning before school. All the students performed way better. All their
Hmm.
exam results got way higher. Everyone was thin and everyone was more social and there was no fights. And they practiced it in three different schools. So the first school was like, we'll say, a middle class school, a good school with
Hmm.
educated people. Then they tried it in an inner city school, and then they tried it in a rural school, like a poor rural school. And everything improved dramatically just by doing exercise. But
Yes.
it was fast exercise, like
Yes, that's
cardiovascular.
true. Every day before work, I go to the gym like to work out, and the days that I do not work out, I feel much worse. You know, I feel less motivated. I feel like I have less energy. So even that I am more tired physically,
Yeah,
mentally, I am better
yeah,
than if
that's
I
true.
did not go to the gym and work
That's
out.
what it shows at work. So I usually do my exercise every day too. So sometimes when I get up, I usually try to at least 100 jumping jacks. That's just for my cardiovascular because the blood's flowing and you feel better, more motivated.
Hmm.
Afterwards, I have a bar, so I'll do the bar exercises,
Like
chin ups,
pull-ups.
pull ups, yeah, pull ups and chin ups is the other way, and then I do push ups. So
Yes.
that's what I usually do most days, just as my basic exercise, and that makes me fit. You know.
Yeah, that's great. And it's very important to stay fit, like, because nowadays it's like a special thing. Like, if you're fit, like you're an outlier, you know.
Yeah, you're an outlier.
It
Well, if
shouldn't
you
be
look in
like this.
Brazil, yes, it should be. Well, in Brazil, it's quite weird. Same in America. I'm going to say, if you go to the very hot states in America, Florida, Texas, and California, you see two extremes. You see the people who are really fit. So around 10% of people are super fit and healthy and strong. And then around 50% of people are very overweight and unhealthy. I noticed the same in Brazil. People are really, they're more unhealthy than Ireland. I thought, so when I came here, Nicholas, I actually thought people would be skinny, not fat. So I got surprised with how overweight Brazilians were, but not just overweight, obese. You got a lot of obese people compared to Irish people. More people smoke, and people do less exercise than in Ireland. So
Yes.
in Ireland, men generally play sports. So, like in my country, like in Brazil, you have soccer as the main sport, and a lot of people love going to the gym. Irish people don't really like going to the gym, but you'll play hurling. Hurling is the really popular. It's like hockey.
Hurdling.
Yeah, you can look it up. It's hockey.
I see. Okay.
It's more it's in a bigger pitch, so you run more and you hit the ball in the air. We have Gaelic football. Yeah, I'll type it in Gaelic
Mm-hmm.
football. And Gaelic football is a mixture of basketball and football, we'll say mixed together.
Gaelic football. I've heard about.
Yeah, it's a bigger pitch than a soccer pitch. Okay, and there's 15 players playing these sports. So in Ireland, if you go to any village or neighborhood in Ireland, you'll find that they play on the same pitch. So you'll find a hurling team or a Gaelic football team or both teams. Depends where. So in where I grew up in the suburbs of Cork, we had a hurling and a Gaelic football team. We actually had a rugby team as well, which needs 15 players, but we didn't have a soccer team. Can you believe that? Most places have football teams except where I grew up.
Wow. I think it
How
depends
would
on
you?
the country from Great Britain, like because I know that soccer was invented
In
in
England,
England,
yeah.
so
Sure,
it's
and
a very
rugby.
popular sport, right?
Well,
There, like
well,
we
it's the
have,
number one. It's the number one sport in England still. In Ireland,
yes,
it's well. I'm going to say a lot of people play football. So if you're with your friends, we'll play five-a-side football all the time. But it's not taken seriously as an 11-a-side sport. You understand?
mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
when you play hurling or Gaelic football, they're 100% serious. Your parents could play on the same team. Your grandparents could play on the same team. They train you when you're 5 years old, and you always want to play for your local team. You don't want to play for anyone else. You play for your local neighborhood team because that's what it's about. It's
yes,
neighborhood versus neighborhood. And then it's county, like our states in Ireland, or counties, we call them. It's state versus state. So it would be like Bahia versus Sao Paulo, Minas Gerais
uh-huh,
versus something. It'd be like that. We play in states. So if you're good enough for your local team, they'll call you up to represent the state team.
wow.
And it's all amateur. So they
Well,
don't get paid.
it sounds like very popular in Ireland. But
Yeah, all the
why the
villagers play.
difference between soccer and
Gaelic football.
yes? Why
Okay.
it's much more popular than soccer?
Well, yeah, because they're our traditional sports. So soccer came from England. We played hurling and Gaelic football, and about 125 years ago or something, they wanted to revive our Irish sports because they were played, but they weren't played in an organized manner. Everyone played Gaelic, so they organized it. So every town in Ireland had to organize a team and a club teams in villages and in the different neighborhoods of cities. So they
Mm-hmm.
organized it really, really well, and they made it grassroots. So all the children play till adults, and there's men team, female teams, and it depends where you live. So some places just focus on Gaelic football, others focus on Gaelic football and hurling. So less
Mm-hmm.
places play hurling. The further north you go in Ireland, there's less hurling teams. Where I'm from in Cork, people love hurling more than Gaelic football. So Gaelic football was invented in Ireland. It's nothing to do with English football. But we
Mm.
bounce the ball. We're allowed to bounce the ball, kick the ball on the ground like America.
Yes,
We
I
can
saw
punch
those
it.
videos. Like the guys like bounce the ball, kick the ball. It sounds like
There's more
a
variety of skills.
rugby that
Yeah,
you can bounce the ball. It's
in
very
rugby you don't bounce the ball though. In rugby,
yes,
it's more
yes.
like basketball. It's more like basketball and soccer
It's very
mixed together to
different.
me. Yeah, and there's more skills involved, and it's a very physical game. Um,
Yes, I saw one of those videos that the guys are like oof,
Bash
like
each
real
other.
buff.
Yeah, I can't play. I'm too skinny. You can play when you're short and thin, but I'm skinny. I'm five. I'm short as well, so I'm 5'8" and I'm thin. So are 1 meter 72. So I wouldn't be very good at those
Ah,
sports. I
okay.
get knocked over a lot. I played rugby though, which is really physical as well. But rugby, I played the short guy. So in rugby, there's
Yes.
15 players. They're all really big except one player. The one player is short. I played in that position. So in rugby, the first attacking player in rugby has to always pick the ball off the ground. So it's way
Mm-hmm.
better to be short and thin to be that player. So you have to be very agile.
Yeah, and the good point about soccer that you can be short and thin.
Yeah,
It
there's no
sounds like
discrimination.
the perfect player for soccer, not a big one, like very tall and very buff. Like,
Yeah, it
uh,
doesn't. Well, it depends. So soccer, you can play. You can be any size, really. But
hmm
when you're short and thin, you're more likely to have better balance and better ball control. That's why you see those
yes,
talented, tiny players like Messi or Iniesta and Xavi. They're really short and
even
skinny.
Neymar.
Neymar, but Neymar is a little bit tall. I don't want. I know he's 5'9". He's short too. Yeah. The only unusual one when it comes to that is Ronaldo. But Ronaldo has very small feet. So Ronaldo's 6'1" or like 1 meter 83 maybe. So he's tall, but his
Mhm.
feet are short, small. So that's why he's good ball control.
You're talking about which Ronaldo?
Oh, Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Sorry.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes.
We used
Uh,
to say fat Ronaldo. We
Yeah,
used to
but
say
you see,
Ronaldo
like
or fat Ronaldo.
he's a little bit taller and more fit than the other opponents. But when
Yeah,
it
he is
comes
tall in
to
size.
like you said, to ball control, to compare with Messi, there's no
Yeah, Messi's still
comparison.
better, but that's why Messi. That's why I say the difference between Messi and Ronaldo is there's two differences. They're both absolutely brilliant. Messi has slightly better ball control because he's short and he has better balance in those small areas. So he's good in
Yes.
the center, while Ronaldo's better out in the wing. He's more effective as a wing forward, to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So, Cormac, why did you come here to Brazil?
My
Uh,
wife is Brazilian.
you said that you came here to Brazil like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, my wife is Brazilian. So that's why I came here.
But you met her in Ireland or here in
No,
Brazil?
I actually met her online. So we were,
Wow.
so I was studying something else. I was studying Spanish and she was studying English, but she could
Uh-huh.
speak English. And the site I was using, I had to correct her work. So I started talking to her when I was correcting her work, and then I kept talking to her. And then I met her. We talked on Skype, and then I came to Brazil afterwards.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's like it could be a scary Brazilian. Like, are you a scary Brazilian?
it could be anyone, yeah.
Well, you could, I suppose, but I suppose I spoke to my wife a lot. So my wife likes to write a lot. She's like, she studied lettres, right? So that's her natural ability is to write,
Yes.
and she's a voiceover actress as well. So that's what she works
Wow.
as.
She does what we call here is dublagem.
No, not really dublaging. So people think it's dublaging. That's part of her work. She does that too, but rarely. So
Uh-huh.
she mainly does e-learning projects. She does
Ah,
so like big companies. So she's worked with Amazon. She's worked with, I don't know, like I can't remember who she's worked with now.
like she did the Alexa voice,
Yeah,
right?
kind of like that. Those type of things. So people will call her for companies. What was the company she worked in? The big motor companies, MG Motors. She would train
Ah,
the employees, but she would be the voice. But sometimes, but that's only sometimes. Other
wow.
times she used to do. She
It's
did dubbing
different.
actually for YouTube channels. So there was a YouTube channel for cartoons for kids, and she did the voice.
Mm,
But she doesn't do
cool.
that now. She would do it sometimes because it's lots and lots of work, and it pays less for those things. And she also done like narration for books, audiobooks.
Yes,
She's those
yes,
two, but they're really, really time consuming and they pay less, So,
yes.
and
Uh,
TV for propaganda like Kayaki. She done YouTube ones for, I don't know. I'll see. I've heard my wife's voice numerous times, even when I wasn't looking for it. Like it will appear as an advertisement, and I'll hear her voice.
cool. I might have heard her voice, but I wouldn't know her.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
wouldn't know. It's just
and
other people said they heard her voice. I was like, okay.
the dubbing market here in Brazil is very big, very
It's
big.
big, but it's harder to get into. So dubbing is
Yes.
way harder. So sometimes with dubbing, they want you to be in the official studio. So you might have to go to Sao Paulo or go to Rio de Janeiro. So
Mm-hmm.
that's more difficult to do because she doesn't want to do that. We live in India too, but you'd have to travel to go there.
Yes, and the actors that does the voiceovers of a movie series are already consolidated,
Yeah,
into
that's
many
another thing.
characters.
That's
So
the whole
it's very
point,
difficult.
to change them. And also they're part of a little club. So my wife thinks like they're all in Hio and they're all friends and you have to know the person and
Yes,
then you get the job.
and it's even strange, like when you know a character from a TV show, and after a season, the voiceover changes. You're like, wow,
Oh, I don't know.
what
Actually, I've
did
never
they
heard that.
change it? The person who was doing the voiceover, so it's very common here, like there's a famous TV show, and like you have the consolidated actor who does the voiceover during many seasons, and after like a problem or something,
He wants more money.
no, yes, and they change the actor who does the voiceover,
Oh, that
and
must be.
people get really annoyed by
Yeah,
that.
I can imagine. I would find that so annoying. I never even thought about that before, how annoying it was. Someone else told me it's annoying too that most of the dubbing actors are going to be from Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. So you hear those accents. Maybe
Yes.
for you it's not so annoying, but like if you're watching an American TV show, they dub the accents and they're Caipiras from, we'll say, Georgia or Alabama, and they have a Sao Paulo accent. It's
Yes.
like, oh no, why don't you just use someone from Minas Rice or something?
Yes, and I always remember like some characters, like the one who does the voiceover of Killian Murphy,
Okay, I don't know who
who
does his
did
version.
like Oppenheimer, Peaky Blinders, and it's always the same actor who does this dubbing for.
But the accent should be really different because Killian
Yeah,
Murphy. First of all, Killian Murphy has my accent because I'm going to tell
yes,
you
I know.
something. People from a lot of people tell me that I don't sound Irish, and I tell them the Cork accent is different. Like you go to Brazil, there's different accent.
Yes, you
The
do
Cork
not sound like
Well, I have the Cork
like
City
Irish.
accent. I have a Cork City accent, which is different. So in Cork City, we put the stress on the last syllable. And in the rest of Ireland, they put the stress on the first syllable. So they'll say walking, talking, dancing, something like that. But we say walking, talking,
Yes,
dancing.
this does
We
not sound like Irish.
Yeah, it's just the Cork accent's different. Also, Nicholas, there's a different kind of a different social accents. I tried to explain it to my wife. And she said it doesn't really exist. Some people say it
Hmm.
do. So you're from Sao Paulo. So I'm going to ask you, is there a difference between educated people from Sao Paulo's accent
Of course,
and
of
people from the
course,
poor region of Sao
of
Paulo accent?
course,
So you
of
can
course
hear
there
it.
are.
My wife says she can't really hear it. She said they'll sound more polite, but the accents are
Yes,
similar. But
because here in São Paulo we have different accents, like the Faria Limer accent, the people from downtown, the people who live in the favelas
yeah, the
and speak
favelas I was thinking
more.
they might use
Uh,
more girias or something, girias.
uh,
But in Cork, you hear the same thing. So Killian Murphy has an educated or suburban Cork accent, the same as me. So we sound the same when we're speaking. I told my wife, or some of my students, I'll tell them I sound the same as him. But if you go to Cork city centre, like just 2 miles from my house, they kind of
mhm.
talk like this, and it's very squeaky and high pitched and fast, and you won't know what they're saying sometimes, and they don't open their mouth either when they're talking. That's a very strong Cork City accent, and mine doesn't sound anything like that either. But
Yes.
um, I was just wondering when they dub Killian Murphy's accent, he changes his accent. So when he's Oppenheimer, he has to sound American. In
Mm,
Pinky Blinders, he has to
no, it
sound
does not, because the dub
actor.
here in Brazil is the same. You do
That's what
not
I
have
mean.
to change the accent. The
Yeah, that's what
accent
I
is
mean.
the same. It's like
There you go.
almost a Portuguese without accent.
Okay,
Just
neutral, very neutral. Okay.
yes, very neutral, and it just changes the voice to some other characters. Like I know that the same actor who does the voiceover to Peaky Blind to the
Yeah, Pinky Blinders, he's something else.
yes,
He has to have a
he
Birmingham
does
accent.
already. He does also to the Captain America. you
Okay,
know
yeah, very.
so the voice is for like the Peaky Blinder character is a little more deeper. He
Yeah,
talks more,
Pinky. Yeah,
more slowly.
That wouldn't be like that in Pinky Blinders. That's funny. But
Yes.
Birmingham accent is high pitched. So the Birmingham accent, even though it's an English accent, it might sound similar to the Cork accent because it's higher pitched. They go, "I'm from Birmingham." They kind of have this weird way of speaking, which is what we do in Cork. Like Minute Rice, maybe they speak higher squeaky pitch. That's the Birmingham accent. So
Yes.
yeah, they don't change the voice. So that would get really annoying. It's like listening to the same voice from an English person, an Irish person, or an American person. Okay.
Yes, I really like to watch Peaky Blinders. It's one of my favorite TV shows, and also because it has a lot of different accents. You have from Irish to Scottish, like you said, the Birmingham accent, and there are some accents like I cannot understand without the subtitles in
So
English.
you listen in English. Okay. Well, Birmingham is
Uh,
actually a hard English accent. Newcastle is a hard
But
English
I can
accent too.
understand like but when it comes to like Scottish accent, I can understand anything.
Mhm.
So I always try to watch without the subtitles and with the audio in English. When I can understand, I just go a little bit, I go back and put on the subtitles to understand what they were saying. And I see and I do not know if it's because the way they speak like with the mouth closed.
Well, it's in numerous things. Yeah, mount closed.
They do
Weird.
not speak it to outside their mouth,
Yeah,
like
well, people
to
mumble.
the
It's
speaker,
mumbling. Hamaskum.
mumbling.
Yeah. So, like again, in Ireland, we would say walk, and we drop the G. A lot. I don't do it in Cork, but people would drop the G. So people, it sounds weird. Other people mumble. We use slang. So Scottish accent is hard. I think there was a show on Britain showing the different accents in Britain and Ireland. Yeah, and it had the Glasgow
Mhm.
accent needed subtitles. The Liverpool accent had subtitles. The Newcastle accent had subtitles, and the Cork City accent, where I'm from, had subtitles. My
Yes.
granddad was from England, and when he came to Cork, he turned around to my dad and he goes, "Oh wow, everyone still speaks Irish in Cork." He goes, "I didn't think anyone spoke Irish." My dad was like, "They're not speaking Irish; they're speaking to you in English. You just don't understand."
It is very different the Irish language to the English
Oh yeah,
language.
completely different structure.
Yes.
Yeah, Portuguese is more similar. Portuguese is more similar to English than Irish is to English. Irish has
Wow.
a structure. I don't know how to say it. We say our name first. Like my name is. My nome é. My name is.
You
It's the
know, yeah.
same. Well, in Irish we say we'll share your name first. You'll say Nicholas is anam dum. You have to say your name. Then it's like Nicholas is my name that
Wow.
way. And
It's
how
like
you say
the
no?
passive voice. Yeah.
I don't know how it works in Ireland. I hated studying Irish. It was complicated. And we don't, and the plural of words is not S, like vos says or something like this. You say, in Irish, we have to put an I fada. It's an I with a, it's like, this means, this is like, you put that at the end of a word. Like, I don't know, I can't, my Irish is so terrible. I think this means child, Lanav. And if it means children, you'd say something like this, like Lanny. You know, Lanav is one child, Lanny is there's a
Wow,
lot of
it's
children,
totally
something like this.
different.
Yeah, and how you say hello in Irish, we say diadit, which means God be with you. So when you say hello, you have to say, uh, well, you say bum dia, we say diadit, but it's kind of like, but dia means God in Irish, so be like Deus cum vos say. That's how you say hello,
Hmm.
and then the reply is Dios merguit, which means God and Mary be with you.
Hmm.
So Deus y Maria cum vos say, something like that. Fica cum Deus.
Yes.
It's
Wow, it's very
kind of,
different. A long time ago, I was studying German, right? The base of German, and I was surprised because it was very similar to English,
yeah, the
the
similar
German
Germanic,
language.
but they're
Uh,
Germanic languages and Dutch as
the
well.
the only difference that was very difficult was to articulate the verb, so it was das, die,
Yeah,
der.
yeah, there's masculine, feminine, and you have to know there's three
So
different
this
types.
this inflection was very hard to judge what was the correct one to the to the noun, you know.
Yeah, it's hard. So we don't learn it. I mean, I learned a bit of German at school, but I don't remember it. It was too hard.
Yeah.
And Irish is really hard. And Irish is only related to it's a Celtic language, so there's no one really speaks the Celtic language. There's
Yes, there's
Wales,
not
Wales.
a big correlation to the English language.
No, nothing. So the people who speak the most Celtic languages are Welsh people. So about 500,000 people in Wales speak Welsh. It's a Celtic
Welsh.
language, but it looks completely different. You say Pai de Galles or Gallego, maybe, I don't
País de
know.
Galas, de Gales.
Yeah. So
Yes.
but their language looks completely different than ours, and they have letters we
Oh,
don't
I
use.
didn't know that. I thought that was very similar, like
No,
Portuguese it is to
Spain.
Spanish, you
No,
know.
it's completely different. So Irish is similar to Scottish. They're very similar. And we have different dialects too, Nicholas. So in Ireland, there's three dialects of Irish. There's the
No.
Southern dialect, Western dialect, and Northern
Wow.
dialect. And they're similar. People can understand each other quite well, but there's different words. And Scottish is more similar to the Northern dialect. So it's very similar, but it's a different language group. Wales looks completely different. They have like W's and Y. We don't have these letters. W and Y. They don't exist in Irish. Like in
Wow.
Portuguese, they don't exist
You know,
either, right?
but here we have cedilha.
Right? J and K, they don't exist either.
But yeah, here in Brazil we use the this one here.
Yeah, see, but that makes an S sound.
Yes, like açaí.
Acai, yeah, acai. Yeah, and we have different things. So in Ireland, the I makes a Y sound. Uh,
Why?
the, yeah, I will be the same. I will make the same sound as a Y,
Why?
right?
Yeah.
And K, we have C, right? Like in Portuguese, you don't use the letter K. In Irish, originally, we don't use the letter K either. We just use the letter C.
Hmm.
J, I don't know what makes J. I can't remember what makes a J sound. And if you want to V, we don't have the letter V either. So to say V in Irish, we say VH. That's the V
BH.
sound. Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, it's like some words in Spanish, like you change the sound of double L's to J, to
Oh yeah,
G
or
J.
Y. Yeah, they change as well. Double L means Y.
And there's so here in Brazil we have different types of accent and how do you say it?
Yeah, it
Uh,
depends where you go. Caipira, the or, porta. I say porta like a caipira.
yes, like you have the Portuguese from Bahia, from Amazonas, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, the south of Brazil, but it is very similar. It does not change a lot, just the accent, but everyone can understand each one quite easily, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Same here, but I think it's the same with English. I think English everywhere is the same, except well, there are some places where their English is not English. So we in Ireland we speak English. Like Americans use a few different words. We know what the Americans are saying. They might know what we're saying. So I give the
Mm-hmm.
example: Americans say sneakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they say in England for
Mm,
sneakers for tennis?
no.
They say trainers in England.
Trainers. Yes,
Yeah,
I heard that.
and do you know what they say in Ireland? Runners. So we say runner. Yeah,
Runners.
but they don't know what we're saying. So when Americans say sneakers and English people trace trainers, I know what they're saying. But if I
Trainers.
say where are my runners, they'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
Runners.
Yeah, runners,
Yeah,
because we
you
run.
feel like it's a sneakers that you only use to go running.
Yeah, so that's why we say runners. And also with the
Quite
calzada,
strange. Calçada.
calzada. What is it in America?
Sidewalk,
Yeah, sidewalk in America. What's it in England?
uh, pavement,
Yes. And Ireland? I already said it to you. I don't know if you paid attention.
uh,
Footpath.
footpath.
Yes, but if I say
It's
footpath,
strange. It's
yeah,
very strange.
and if I say footpath to American or an English person, they're going to think I'm in a Trelia in the woods, right?
Yes,
So they
yes,
get
yes.
confused.
It's very strange. Here in Brazil, it's mostly about the accent, like from Rio de Janeiro, the carioca
Yeah, it's different.
accent.
Some guy asked me the other day, I was talking to him and he couldn't remember the word I did. And he goes, how do I say ale fish? Ale fish.
Yo,
And I was like,
fish.
and I was like,
Yes,
I was like, peixe. It's fish, peixe. And he's like, no, ale fish. I was like,
yes.
oh, I
The
did.
S turned to an X, right?
SH.
For everything.
Yeah, it's like an SH sound. But Irish Caipiras do that. The Irish people in the countryside will say sticks and stones. They'll make it an
Diction
SH.
stones.
Because in Ireland, the S in certain names sounds like, so you might have heard of this Irish name maybe.
Sean.
Yeah, so you know Sean. So again, there's a H, SH.
Oh, it's not like Sion.
No, yeah,
It's not
exactly.
like a French name. Yeah,
Yeah, so
because if you say like Sion, it sounds like a French name.
sure. But Sean, so we in Irish
Sean.
we have
Oh,
the silent
right.
S in Irish as well.
Sean.
Oh, it's
Sean.
Siobhan. So that's my sister's
Siobhan.
name. So it's like this. So if you pronounce it in English, it looks more like this. So
Siobhan.
yeah, so the BH becomes a V. The A with the accent above it comes
And it
stressed.
sounds French. Like you're not
Siobhan.
going to say like Chivon.
No, Siobhan. But people know how to pronounce those names because Americans use the name Sean, and English people like using the name Siobhan because it sounds weird. So they spell it this way. So they know
Hmm.
how to pronounce those Irish names as well. Uh,
Yes.
we also do something funny when in Ireland. You wouldn't hear me saying it now, but it's one thing I say that's incorrect. Grammar. I can't even say the word. My grammar is incorrect when I say this word. So
Hmm.
have you heard of this? It's pronounced like this, but the first word is how we
Ye.
say it. Ye, yeah.
Ye. So what does it mean?
Okay, you might have heard pirates saying it, and if you watch
Ye.
Pirates of the Caribbean, you would have heard people saying "ye" all the time. It's
Ye.
the plural for "you" in the southern part of Ireland.
Ah, yes, like Shakespearean English. Yeah.
Yes, it's Shakespeare, our pirates. So we use that in Cork. So where I'm from,
Wow.
if I'm talking to two people or more, and I ask them if they're ready, I'll say, "Are ye ready?" I won't
Ye
say "Are,"
ready?
because in America, you'll hear in America they'll say, "Are you guys ready? Are you all ready? Or you're ready?"
Are
And
ye ready?
yeah, and I will say it all the time. I don't even
It's
pay attention
faster.
to it. Yeah, are you ready? And in Dublin, people say it like this. They will say, "Are yous ready?" Like vocês.
Use.
Yeah, in
Yes,
Dublin. And my
that's
mom would
similar.
say the same. But it makes sense.
But it really sounds like it has correlation to French, like you said those use.
Use, are yous ready? Because but it makes sense because like você, vocês, it makes the plural of you is
Yes,
you makes no
it's
sense in
similar
English.
to Latin languages,
I don't know. I
right?
don't remember all the Latin ones. Yeah, Latin languages, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian.
Italian, French, it's very similar. I started to study Italian, and it's some words are very similar, like to Portuguese, some others to Spanish. So you can make the correlation much easier to understand and to
Sure,
learn.
all the languages. Well, all the languages are related in Europe. They're all related. Even Irish is related to the rest of them. But ye is funny. So if I say that to some people, I was over in Florida with my niece and she was playing with her friends, and I was like, "Oh, are ye ready? Are you ready?" I kept saying, "Are ye?" And the little kid turned around to my niece and he goes, "Why does your uncle sound like a pirate? He keeps speaking like a pirate."
Are ye ready?
Are you ready?
Hey hoy, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think about it. I mean, you just forget those words. I don't know what other slang I use though, because I'm pretty sure I use slang, and I'm never sure what I'm saying. So in Cork, where I'm from, as well, if you want to say hello to someone, you'll say it like this, but it's pronounced more like bye. They'll say, "All right, bye. All right, bye."
I buy.
Yeah, all right, boy. All right, bye. That's a way of
All
saying
right,
hello.
bye.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Right.
different.
Yeah, and we call each other boys and girls instead of men and women. He's with the boys. Someone will say over there, the boy, or with the
Hmm.
boys. He's with the boys. But I don't know why we do that. It's just slang from our
I
country.
think it's from the culture. It's like it's different on each
That
each
word too.
region. Lads or mate. Yeah.
We don't use mate. English
Yeah.
people use mate. All right,
Mate.
mate. They'll say all right, mate. We say all right, boy.
Australian people say mate as well, you know.
They say
Yeah.
mate too. They're I was
Yeah.
with my mates. But we don't say that in Ireland. We'll say we're with the lads. And
Yeah.
that comes from the old word, like I don't know, there's lads and lassies, but we don't use this other word. Lassies is more for girls,
Lasses.
but they use that in Scotland.
Lasses. Yeah. So the time is getting over. Thank you
No,
for Cormac for the class.
no
See you
problem,
next time.
Nicola. See you next.